High Level is a marketing agency-based program that boasts a fixed-priced model with the capability to white-label marketing agency services. And with me are the co-founders.
We have Varun Varavat from GoKollab, the engineering guru.
This guy I'm about to introduce to you with High Level, telling you he totally transformed our marketing agency. His name is Sean Clark, the co-founder of High Level.
What is the future of AI, and how is it truly going to help the customer journey and actually ultimately increasing our conversion rate?
Somebody who has the answer to that problem is in studio right now, Robin Alex. He's with High Level. Thanks for coming on the show.
High Level is something everybody on planet Earth should be using.
How are we making our customers more money? How are we helping them grow their businesses, change their lives, and achieve amazing things?
The key to success is, say it with me, developers, 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 developers.
We work at the speed of light. What we do in a week is what others do in a month. What we do in a month, others can only do in a quarter. And what we do in a quarter is what other companies do in a year.
High Levelers, make some noise for your High Level co-founders, and welcome to the stage, Sean Clark, Varun Varavat, and Robin Alex.
Nice. Cool. Thank you. All right. Well, happy Level Up Day, everybody. All right, before we get started, we wanted to first appreciate each and every one of you making out here. So let's give a round of applause to each of you. And if you guys don't mind standing up, we have about 100 team members here that we've actually produced this whole event ourselves. love for you guys to give them a round of applause. They did an incredible job. All right, see if this clicker works. All right, before we get kicked off, I'm gonna guilt you guys one more time. We're giving away these kicks over here. As long as you donate to the Bridge. They're a cool nonprofit that's out here and someone that we partnered with this event for. So what we're gonna do is when you donate, we're gonna give you some raffle drawings, and on Thursday, we'll do a raffle to give these away, and we'll make another pair in your size as well. So I'm gonna leave it up there for 10 seconds. Let me see your phones up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, there you go. All right, legal asked me to put this up. Quick note, things are subject to change. I can't guarantee or warranty anything up here, yada, 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 but don't worry, we're gonna take care of you guys. All right, it's been a journey for us. This is our 6th year as a company. It's been a crazy ride for us. But I do wanna set the stage. The theme of this year's Level Up Day is bigger, faster, and more. So before we get into it, I want to talk a little bit about what we've done since the last time we met. So I mentioned that we have about over 100 team members here. We've grown to over 1,500 employees around the world in 17 different countries. And we're on track to serving 90,000 customers by the end of the year. And what that actually means is that we're empowering over 2.5 million businesses every single day. And so we know how important it is to make sure that all of your businesses are up and running, in everything that we do. Through that, we've generated over 2 billion leads, created over 500 million opportunities, and 62 million appointment bookings through our platform. And what that actually means, 320 billion actions, right? So through workflows. And what's crazy is last year we were at 8.9 billion. So you guys have just taken it to another level. It's crazy. And then, last year we launched our communities, and we now have over 10 million users using that whole platform there. Through our whole ecosystem, we've processed over $2 billion in sales, and SaaSpreneurs, you guys are generating over $240 million each month. So you guys are making a ton of money. Round of applause to you guys. It's awesome. All right, and so that's where we're at right now, but we're starting to make even more investments into the product, into our team, and everything that we're doing. So with that, I'm gonna ask Varun to come up here to talk about those investments.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Good morning. It's great to see everyone. It's been a year since last Level Up, and over the last year, our team has been working on a lot of cool features that have launched. And we'll be talking more about those features today. But I want to spend some time talking about what our focus is looking forward. What does the next year look like for High Level? And one of the big areas of investment, and we've heard this from all of you, is you want us to spend more time on user experience. You want us to spend more time on design, and that is going to be a big focus. Uday, who's a new VP of Product Design, is here in the open office hours, so a lot of you should give him the feedback direct. But we're going to spend a lot of time making sure that our app is as easy to use as possible. So one of the first items we're working on is the design system, the design language, really cleaning it up to make sure that the app looks and works world class. So one other issue we've had is traditionally we've used the ideas list to prioritize ideas. But let's say you're in a niche like real estate, and you have 4 or 5 different items that you need to get to success. And these are in different areas of the ideas board under different sections. And the problem you have is until you get all 4 or 5 of those, you cannot use it for your client. But as we prioritize through the list, we will get something done in forms this month. We will get something done in funnels next quarter. And we'll get something done in e-commerce somewhere else maybe a year later. And that means you just cannot implement it for your client. So one new thing we're doing is we're adding in a program management function that's looking at our entire app through the eyes of the customer, through the eyes of these different niches, to make sure that we're really solving for you and solving for success. So one of the other areas that we're going to spend a lot of time on is performance. And with performance, the big areas are funnel speed, which we've already made huge progress on, but we're going to continue to push on. The app speed, we see what you see, so we know where we stand, but we're putting a lot of effort into making sure that it works really well. especially when internet isn't fast. We're also working on API speed, and we're making sure that we have a global CDN network that also makes sure that all of these are available across the world at the same speed. We're also making more investments in infrastructure and security, 24/7 SOC, federated authentication, SOC 2 Type 2, global availability, WAF, so a lot of these type of items. And on top of all of this, the biggest complaint, all of you in the Facebook group, again, we see what you see. We get a lot of complaints that as we continue to push fast, we like releasing fast, but one of the things we get hit on a lot is you release fast, but you also break stuff a lot. And we hear that. So we're putting a lot of focus into QA. There's something called the shift left testing principle that we're focused on. And we're automating almost all of our test cases. So there's continuous tests always happening in production. And the goal for that team is, first, there shouldn't be a production bug. But if there is, our internal team should have caught it before it shows up on the Facebook page. So that's going to be a big focus for us as well. Another area that we're investing a lot in is support. So with support, the first place we need to solve this is better documentation articles. Because when it's not documented, our own internal teams do not know how features work. And we've seen this. Customers who've been here since 2019 or 2020 know some product areas better than any support person. And there's a reason, because you've learned it, you have the muscle memory, but the support person does not have a place to learn it from. So we're going to make sure that we have better documentation, both for internal and external people. We're also working on support AI, which will help customers get answers faster. And more education for the internal team, again, based off those articles, so they're at the same place that all of you are. So next up, we're also starting to invest more in our marketplace community. You heard it in the intro reel. It's all about developers, 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 developers. And a lot of people that come to us come from other platforms, so we know that we need to link out to all of the other people in the world. So we're continuing to build incentives for marketplace developers. This year, for the first time, we will have marketplace developer awards for people that have built apps for the marketplace that get installed and used the most. And one other item we're talking about is starting next year, we're also going to do a separate track for all of the people building for the high-level ecosystem. So the same way there's the affiliate track, the agency track, the SaaSpreneur track, there's going to be a developer track that we're going to start next year. We're also building a new UI design system, so as people build for high level, the language is consistent. So here's some cool stats about the app marketplace. We have 612 live apps as of today, 5,378 agencies that make use of them, and about 156,000 sub-accounts or SMBs that make use of marketplace apps. But this is just the start. We think those numbers can be much, much higher. We also added in the ability to sell snapshots using the marketplace. We added flexible pricing for the marketplace, so you can do trials, those type of things. And the other thing is we're allowing widgets now to be built into the marketplace. So with the marketplace, we want to make sure that everyone can build for high level. So last year, we launched the ability for you to build workflow actions and triggers, so anyone can come in and build for the automation builder. This year, we're launching the ability for anyone to come in and build elements that can go into the funnel builder. So just like WordPress, people are able to come in and build plugins and extend the functionality of high level. We do the same thing with conversation providers, so anyone from any country can come in and build SMS or telephony integrations for high level. So this is a big initiative that we're taking. Over the next 5 years, we're going to invest over $5 million into the community to continue to build for all of you and all of the small businesses out there. So I think details of that will come through the presentation. One other area that we're focused on is internationalization. So again, we know there's a lot of people from Australia, from the UK, and the rest of the world that are here. We heard Portugal earlier on. So international hasn't been a big priority for us in the past. Secure the home base before you try to go out and conquer the world. But now it is a really important priority for us as high level. So we're going to spend a lot of time with international. We have languages today. Again, we've heard the feedback that translations are inaccurate. The last time around, ChatGPT did the translations, and it was without context. But this time, we've hired proper translators to go in and start translating the app. The first translations have started rolling out, but before the month is done, we should have it done across the app in 14 languages. We've also added in communication providers. So we are building some of these ourselves, and we also make sure that marketplace developers can come in and build integrations. We're making sure that onboarding and support is available in all different languages. We're also starting to reach out and work with affiliates in different markets. So outside of the US, I think our immediate focus is Canada, the UK, and Australia. But after that, we're looking at Germany, we're looking at Spain, Portugal, France. So there's a lot of international markets that we're going to start going into. We're also going to start doing more international events and roadshows. So I think some of this, we ourselves are still working out, but Dubai next year is probably possible.
Europe, Australia, really, we're trying to be everywhere.
Yeah. So I think Australia next year, we're trying to lock down. Dubai, we're probably going to do. I think there's something about the UK. But there's more international events that we're going to do. And as part of the investments into the community, another thing that we're building is we're building a new creator studio here in Dallas. And all of you will be able to book time to go in and use the studio to record anything that you want for yourselves. Yeah. So after the event on Thursday, we're going out to look at prospective locations and get the work started. But sometime early next year.
Yeah, hopefully by midsummer, we'll have it open and ready to go.
The studio should be ready. So that will be an amazing space that all of you can use. We're also investing more in partnerships. And this is something that we have not done before as a company. But I think we're going to start to look to do more of these in the future. The first one is WordPress hosting. So all of you know that High Level has WordPress hosting today. And for the people that have used it right from the start, you'll know there was a time where WordPress hosting was a bit shaky. And then it got dramatically better. And we're finally going to tell you why. So for WordPress hosting, I don't know how many of you have heard of Rocket.net. Anyone? A few hands. So they are an incredible WordPress hosting provider. They are much faster than Flywheel, Kinster, WP Engine, Cloudways, all of them. And we've worked with them to build a custom solution for High Level that is cheaper, faster, and integrates really well with High Level. So this is a partnership we're going to continue to invest in more because we see a lot of you needing WordPress hosting. And there's one other new partnership. So there's an area that we do not play in today, SEO. And we've decided to add SEO capability to High Level. But SEO is a vast space by itself. Instead of going out and building this ourselves, we've decided to partner with someone. And we've heard a lot of people from the community use them in the past. So we've worked with Search Atlas for High Level. And we're going to be rolling this out. So this will again be natively built into your High Level, will work seamlessly, and should be cheaper and perfect for most high-level customers. So with that, I think, thank you. Let's get to the part that a lot of you have been waiting for. I know why everyone's here. It's for more features. So to get started, here's Sean coming at you.
Hey! Okay. I don't know how I'll have to figure out how this works. First, let me just say thank you to all of you. You know, we wouldn't be here without you. You know, what I've always said is we're very much together in all of this as a partnership. You know, we love what we do, being able to serve all of you, but we're on this journey together. And what's been incredible is this last 6 years, I feel like, have really just been building up to these moments where we're really about to take this to a whole nother level. And of course, you know, our job is to try to continue to empower all of you with the features and tools that you need to make things happen on behalf of your customers. But, you know, we would not be here without you, and we are privileged to serve you. And I would just like to say thank you to all of you for being on this journey with us. So thank you so much for that. I want to give you a round of applause. As some of you may know, I have an addiction to features. I admit it. I don't plan to ever change, and so this is my favorite part. We were going to try to split this up this year amongst all three of us, but I think eventually I said no. I just want to do them all. Now, one thing is really cool this year. The team radically outdid me, so we ran out of time and slides. So there are actually more features being released than are in this presentation, even though there are a lot. So there's an awesome blog article that the team put together that has all the details, all the in-depth change logs and help articles and all of that. So make sure we'll give you a QR code at the end so you can take a look at all of that. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Now, those of you who've seen this presentation in the past, if I don't know half the stuff, it's because I've seen it for the first time on the slide, so don't be confused. All right, so more advanced features. So I hit the clicker. OK, cool, awesome. So first thing is custom objects. So yeah. OK, so now some people really get this, and some people are like, I don't get it at all. So first of all, here's a hot tip. Go Google custom objects, and you can learn all about what they are. But what this really does is two things. So one, this allows us to start competing with the biggest, baddest CRMs out there. So as you folks go out into the world and you're running into the HubSpots and the Salesforces, custom objects is an often requested feature. And so now we have that. But then for those of you who are building industry solutions or want to do custom things, in fact, I talked to someone the other day who's creating a mapping thing on top of this already. This is what custom objects will allow you to do. So this is easy examples like, oh, I'm working with a veterinarian. I need to put they want pets in the system. Now you can create pets. That's really what this is all about. So it's a huge new feature. So that is amazing. Great job for the dev team making that happen. Now, with this, of course, this is actually, we normally are the skateboard model, but this, I would say, is more launching at the motorcycle or car level. This has been released for a while. Some of you have been testing this, and the team has been putting in place all the things that go with it. So being able to work in workflows, contact associations, all of that. So a lot of that is already also live. So you've got the ability to associate those custom objects with contacts. You also now have contact-to-contact association. So this is for people who are trying to do spouses and families and that kind of thing. So that can now be done in the system. And this is where I'm going to start getting really fast. And some of this won't make sense to you, but that's what the blog article is there. You can start to define searchable fields. So wherever you are in the app, if you want to have the universal search certain fields and not others, you can now do that. You can also import contacts and opportunities simultaneously. In SMS conversations, you can choose which phone number the SMS is going to go out on. You can also do this now in the bulk send as well. Inbound caller ID, so you want to know who's calling in. Now you'll know who's calling in. Scott Johnson from Dallas, Texas, calling in. All right. Oh, there we go. Recurring tasks. That's good. Agency rebilling dashboard has been radically improved. So not only do you know total revenue, total cost, but also most importantly, how much money you're making. That's also live now as well. On the dashboard, if you didn't know this, we have amazing dashboard widgets, but we also have a bunch of new widgets, and we also now have themes, which is very cool. Comparison metrics on the dashboard, so you can start to compare, this month to last month, which is awesome. Custom email reports, so now you can actually schedule all of those dashboards to go out to your customers on weekly, monthly, whatever basis, automatically from inside the system. So you can customize them, so you can give them these really cool reports. Domain purchasing has been live, but is also amazing. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. Google Drive media and integration is now live, so you can bring all your assets in from Google Drive. Brand board, so that way you can set up colors and all of this, and then it can automatically cascade into all your funnels and your websites and your other assets. You can set all of those up. You can even push them through snapshots, which is cool. Custom menu item updates. You can now reorder all your custom menu items if you want to. That's very cool. Multiple social posts per sub-account, so you can configure and add multiple Facebook accounts, Instagram accounts, all to the same sub-account. New notification banners, they look better, I think, and they're more scalable, so, and there's more to come there. Template libraries, you can now create your own categories, tags, and types in template libraries, so that's also very cool. Template library, we have new template types, so we now have ads, stores, dashboards, documents, contracts, templates, all of those in the snapshots as well as in the template library, so you can customize and add to all of those. Group SMS, group texting is now live, so you can now do group text. There you go. Internal notes and conversations, so you can actually start to write notes and conversations. You can even tag team members, and they'll get notified of those. So if you want somebody to follow up on something, you can tag them in it, and then it'll notify them, and they go in and look at the conversation. So that is awesome. Internal team chat. You want to talk to your people internally, and you can now do that. So this is sort of like a Slack-style start, so you can actually start talking back and forth to your team members, which is also amazing. And anything that says coming soon, by the way, will be live by the end of this quarter, so it just didn't quite make the show, but it will be out very, very shortly. New and improved inbox. You can take a look at the design here. It's awesome. You'll have a personal inbox, group inboxes. There's a lot of really cool stuff going on, mentions, all kinds of things, so you're going to love that. Sub-account smart list views. So basically, all of you know the smart list views. We're bringing those, for contacts, we're bringing them into a lot of other sections, so you can create custom views. So in your sub-accounts list, in your agency view, you can now do like a smart list filtration kind of thing. So that is very cool. More leads. Let's talk about how we're going to do more leads. Ads Manager. Does everybody see Ads Manager? I hope so. You can do Facebook ads. Google ads will be coming shortly. We've added, I'm trying to think, some other formats as well recently. Enhanced chat widget, UX, UI. You can do a bunch more options, designs, all of that. Live chat business hours. So if you want the chat to show up during certain hours and not during other hours, you can now do that. Google address search in forums. So now if you want the Google address thing where you type the address and it pre-fills and then I select it, you now have that live in forums. Partial submissions and surveys. So as people fill out the survey, it'll automatically capture all the data and then it will, and if they don't finish it, you still have what they filled out to begin with. There you go. Quiz Builder, this is really cool. Yeah, this is awesome. So this, for anybody who's built out quizzes before, this is sort of that same concept. You can do scoring based on category, you can do scoring based on individual question, and you can create different outcomes based on all of those different permutations. There's a lot in the Quiz Builder, so check that out at the blog article, but it's very, very cool. Virtual business in prospecting tool, this is just support for virtual businesses that Google rolled out. We now also support that in the prospecting tool. Whew. Pixel check. So in the prospecting tool, we've added pixel checking so you can see if they've got like the Google Analytics, Pixel, the Google Tag Manager, Facebook, et cetera. So as you're prospecting, you can talk to them about getting that stuff added in if they don't have it. Business Vitals, things like...
Good on time. So you can go slow.
Oh, we still have time? Okay, good. Business Vitals in the prospecting tool, so things like average response time for the reviews. You can see how long it's taking them. So this is another way when you're using the prospecting tool to talk to folks about what they could be doing better. And we have automatic, let's say, we have automatic review AI response. Hopefully all of you know, so this would be a great way to sell that. Customizable marketing audit report. So when you're sending out these audit reports, you can actually choose which sections show and which do not. So that, I think, will help a lot when you're trying to present a specific type of sale. Categories in the prospecting tool. You can create your own categories there now. Analytics dashboard for prospecting tool as well, so you can see how many reports you're generating, how many conversions you're getting, all the views of those reports, if people are looking at them, that kind of thing. So that's awesome. QR code generator, does everyone know about this? Good, okay, never mind. Social comment automation, hopefully all of you know about this, the ability to respond automatically to Facebook comments, Instagram comments on posts, that's also amazing. More traffic, we want to help you drive more traffic. Blog post importer, so this is amazing. You can actually start importing WordPress blog post entries, and you can actually import them into the high-level blog builder if you want to, so that's awesome. Also, WordPress templates. So as you know, we have WordPress hosting. We also now have templates for WordPress. So if you want to actually use WordPress and you're bent on that, you also can have these amazing templates to get started and push those out into the WordPress instances that you start up. So that's also very cool. Mega menus for funnels and websites. This was a big requested feature. You can now build mega menus in your funnels and websites natively in high level. Webinar funnels. Did everyone see this? OK, good. So you can now actually create a full webinar from end to end inside high level with a couple of clicks. It's very, very cool. So when you get a chance, check it out. But this works for both live webinars and pre-recorded webinars as well. Sub-account listing self-scan. So this is the ability for sub-accounts to actually do a listing self-scan. This is coming soon, but this is the idea that those, if you want to sell like Yext or listing services, or you could really do almost anything with it, but they can actually self-scan their location and see any of the improvements that they need to make. So that's very, very cool. Online listings expansion, we've expanded to 13 countries. So if you're working with international folks, you can now do listings in these 13 countries. New listings analytics dashboard. Again, a lot of the themes here are about maturing the product that we have today. So I love brand new big features, but I know that as we grow, we need to also continue to enhance all of the things that we've built. And this is a really good example of this. And you'll see this throughout the app. We're bringing reporting and analytics pretty much everywhere we go, and also really just rounding out the feature set in all of the core features that we've put out today. So this is really a big focus of all the product teams. And that's just a great example of it. Multiple listing locations per sub-account. So you can actually add multiple now under each sub-account. More editing options in the listings. So if you're using listings, you can actually do a lot of the editing right in line inside. Social Planner. We now have LinkedIn carousel posts. Those are live. So if you were looking for those, perfect. Unified vertical video scheduling, so you can now do unified vertical video scheduling posts across all the different social networks simultaneously, so you don't have to do them one at a time. That's great. Social planner schedule by category, so you can actually start to go in and look at all the different categories and look at your schedule and also create your schedule based on those different categories. Social analytics is live, so a lot of you told us, look, we love the posting tool, but we need to be able to show our clients results. Again, back to the maturity here, reporting, be able to go in and show our clients exactly what we're doing for them and the results we're getting from all of the awesome posting that we're doing. Social planner and mobile app. This was a huge one as well. This one's almost done. So your clients will be able to actually do social posting on the go through the mobile app directly. They won't have to go into the desktop to do it. More recommendations. So affiliate manager enhancements. So if hopefully all of you know we have full affiliate management in the app today. So we now have a better enhanced UI, external website tracking, so you can actually do affiliate campaigns on any external website, which is super cool. Click tracking, affiliate forums, it's really, really awesome. Also, you can do review request balancing, excuse me. So for those of you who want to do some Google reviews and then some Facebook reviews or other sites, because some people want to move around, we have now a mechanism where you can actually automatically have it do that balance for you, and that you'll start to automatically get reviews in different sites over time. WhatsApp review requests, you can now actually send out review requests via WhatsApp. If you didn't know this, we have a WhatsApp integration. Now we also have a review QR code generator. So this is specifically around generating QR codes, sending people to review websites. I've seen this a lot in physical store locations. You can print these out. They put them next to cash registers and stuff, and you can do that as well. Review request email templates with variations. So this is the idea that if you're asking for review requests via email, you can actually automatically have the system send out different email templates, so that way it's not stagnant and it's always moving around and changing that design. Reputation management AI spam detection. This is very cool. It's a workflow feature. The idea is if you get a spam review, you can actually have AI detect that for you, and then you can automatically do whatever you want. So alert somebody to go out and tell Google that's a fake review and get it pulled down, but it's just a way to be able to detect that automatically for your clients. AI summary in the reviews widget, so you can actually have AI summarize the reviews for you if you want to make them more compact. That's a very, very cool tool. Also, more bookings. So this is all about the calendar. Microsoft Teams integration for calendar is now live, so that's cool. Troubleshooting tool in calendars. Have any of you ever run into a situation where something doesn't show up? You think, oh, that slot's supposed to be there, or I don't understand why it's not there. This tool actually help you understand in real time why that slot's not showing up, and if it's a configuration issue, how to fix it. So that's an awesome tool that they've added. Appointment notes. You can actually make notes on appointments now, which is very useful. Customizable email and push notifications for your appointments, so you don't have to create workflows to do this anymore. You can actually do this natively inside the calendar section. So that is very cool. See, there you go. See, telling you, more maturity in the product, right? Recurring appointment enhancements, so you can actually now do all kinds of cool recurring appointments. And basically, this almost goes out forever. Forever is going to be in a minute, but it goes out for a really long time. So you can have these things recur automatically, and a lot of folks needed these recurring appointments, so those are now live. Appointment list view updates and smart lists, again, bringing the same smart list concept to the appointment view, so you can create a bunch of different filtered views around your appointments, and you can save those like you can in contacts. And if any of you are trying to create different views for your clients to just one click and see all of the canceled appointments, all of the appointments for this particular service, this is the type of thing that you can use to do that. So that's awesome. Multi-calendar support in the mobile app, so the ability to support and view multiple calendar appointments on the same, or multiple appointments from different calendars at the same time in the calendar view. That is coming live now to the mobile app here shortly. Share calendar links from mobile, so if you want to go in and actually share out your calendar from mobile, that is also coming out. Service bookings and calendars have been greatly enhanced, so if you haven't seen this, check it out. But this is the idea that if you're serving a service organization, like for example, this is like a barbershop, you'll be able to do all of these awesome booking flows where I can pick different services, I can pick different providers, and I can mesh that all together in a very seamless booking experience. Multiple meeting locations and calendars, so that's now available to you. Look busy, if any of you haven't seen this, the ability to basically blank out your calendar so you look a lot busier than you might be. So that way not all of your slots are open. This was a highly requested feature, so that's live. Collect deposits and calendars. So for those of you who want to make sure that people pay you before they show up, or you have the ability to take money from them ahead of time, that's also live. More automations. Pause workflows. Does anyone know what this is? Yeah, that's right. So holidays and vacations or whatever, you can actually pause the workflows, and it's very cool how it works. So the idea is the workflow itself will continue to function, but the communication steps will not. So if you are tagging and categorizing and that kind of thing, that will continue to work, but the outbound emails, text messages, that type of thing will be paused up until the workflow is resumed, or the date that you've set will automatically roll off. So that is pretty amazing. Workflow notes. So you can now actually add notes to workflows. So this is very cool. So if you're designing workflows, you want to add a lot of information, tell your clients what they do, communicate with other team members, that's possible. And as another cool addition to this, sticky notes. So you can now add sticky notes to workflows as well. So you want to, communicate and collaborate on the workflows. You can now do that with sticky notes, which is very, very cool. Also, advanced workflow search filters. This actually used to exist in triggers and campaigns. Yeah, there you go. I knew there's one person here who would get it. You can now actually search all your workflows based on all these really great filters. So if you want to know things, which workflows use this trigger or take this action, you can do that. Again, smart lists for workflows, same concept. You can go in and create these awesome smart lists and divide up the workflows the way you want them, not just folders and a big list. Now you can categorize them the way you want to do it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Marketplace triggers and actions. So this is very cool for our marketplace developers. They're able to create custom triggers and actions that show up as part of their custom integrations. Again, the marketplace is a huge commitment that we're making to developers, because we A, can't do it all, and B, we don't know everything that all of you do. And so we really want to make sure that, especially for, I see this a lot in different niche areas, but there's a lot of product knowledge and industry knowledge that developers can bring together and pull into the app. And I think our goal is to expose that natively as much as possible in the app. So you saw what Varun talked about with the funnels and website widgets. The marketplace triggers and actions are another example of that. This is so cool. Contact paths and workflow logs. So if you've ever wondered what the heck happened to this contact in this workflow, and you're looking through the logs, you can now do this visually. So it'll actually show you the steps that contact flowed through in the workflow. Yeah, totally. I see. If you've used workflows, if you had to debug a workflow, you know this is super hot. So, and I saw a great example of this today where it was like 1,000 step workflow, and it still looked great. So you guys are going to love this. Any of you doing custom webhooks? We added OAuth authentication to this, so that means if you're communicating with, there you go. See, some of these features are just for one of you, so it's for that person right there. They get it. More conversation tools. So this is really important. Coexistence, closed beta in WhatsApp. I actually talked about this about a week or so ago. This is just this example of the ability to both use your WhatsApp on your phone and inside High Level. That beta is now open to us, so if you haven't applied, please do. WhatsApp appointment booking. So we actually now are going to be supporting native appointment booking through WhatsApp as well, and it'll flow into our appointment system just like it does in other areas of the app. There you go, that one person, I knew it. WhatsApp in-depth analytics. So again, bring a lot of reporting to every part of the app here to really help your clients understand what's happening. We've got that also on the WhatsApp side. Facebook and IG quick reply prompts for contacts. This is cool. So you can see like down at the bottom there, you've got the little quick replies. You can just click them and then it'll shoot back. So that's pretty neat. There you go. Folders for snippets. Anybody? Yeah, there you go. You know the hardcore users when you get like clapped up for folders, but yes, we now have folders for snippets. So yeah, I think that's very cool as well. Default segments and emails. This is actually pretty cool. So look at these segments. Users engaged in the last 7 days, subscribers engaged in the last 5 emails. Like you're going to see, yeah, this is going to continue to be a big theme here throughout the rest of the year and into 2025, but this is a great start. So if you just want to very quickly say, hey, I want to shoot off an email to anybody who's been engaged in the last 7 days, there's a lot of these built-in filters and segments that you can now use to do that. Forms and surveys inside emails. Ever want to send out one of these? Yeah. I just did this for American Airlines. I just couldn't help. It was a good flight. I was like 10. So now you can do that for your clients, or you can use the stars and all of that. So that's now natively buildable inside emails, which is very, very cool. Unified statistics for emails. So this is the ability to bring all the statistics around email into one report, so you don't have to run it down and try to glue it all together. We now do that for you nicely and seamlessly in one report. Click tracking report. This is very cool for your email campaigns. Again, more in-depth information to give you the ability to show your clients, but also to analyze and make your emails better. So again, your click performance for your emails is very cool. We start automatically attaching click tracking links to all the email links, and then reporting back to you at the email level which links got clicked and why. So that's very, very cool and useful. Bounce classification. So this is, hey, why did my email bounce? We now actually, there's lots of different reasons. We now will tell you those reasons. We'll give you very in-depth, down to the bounce level, but also at the aggregate level, so you can sort of see where your issues lie from the bounce side of the house. Totally. Native Google and Microsoft Postmaster integration. This is critical for deliverability. So anybody who ever says, I see this all the time. Like, I moved from ActiveCampaign to high level and my open rates went down and all this. And, does that mean high level's not as good? That's total nonsense. Most of the time, it's just a configuration issue at some level. But a lot of it's also around domain reputation and, how clean is your list and all of that. And the Postmaster tools are key to figuring that out. So now we have native integration inside high level, so you can see all of the things that Microsoft and Google want to tell you about your email deliverability. Native blacklist monitoring, so we'll actually start to do blacklist monitoring and tell you if you're on a blacklist. And if you are, you can click the delist button and we'll take you right to the page where that provider will let you get yourself pulled off. So yeah, that's great. Whew, there you go. List view for opportunities. So if you ever wanted to take that Kanban board and just see a list, well, guess what? Now you can. So that is live as well. You can filter and search and all of that as well on that view. You can also now customize your opportunity card display. So if you want to choose which elements show up on an opportunity card, you now can do that. So that's awesome. Some people want dates, some people don't. Some people want values, some people don't. So now that's all open and customizable for you. Bulk edit and opportunities. So you can now actually on that list view, you can beautifully check it all and you can do bulk edits. So that'll make your life a lot easier when you're making those updates. Multiple contacts per opportunity is now going to be live here in a second. So you can actually add multiple contacts to the same opportunity. Imagine that. Countdown timers, this has been live for a little bit, but anybody who didn't know that we had countdown timers, this is where you can send out an email like you got 24 hours, and I click it, and I go to the website, and the timers match, and it's all synced up to the user. That's live. More sales. Let's get more sales. I like more sales. So if you didn't know, we have a Printful integration, we have a Shippo integration, and we now have a WooCommerce integration as well. For those of you who are using WooCommerce, the ability to sync all of that into high level and sync the order details and all of that. We also now have a seamless Shopify integration. So we have new triggers for orders submitted and payment received events, and it'll import all of your products, collections, and contacts with Shopify. So that's also there. Some of you are doing manual payments for e-com, so we now have the ability to actually record those manual payments for e-com purchases. So that's also available. E-com buyer login. So this is, hey, I ordered something from your e-commerce store, but I want to log in and see all of that. Now you can do it. So you actually now have a login for the user to come in and actually manage their order, see what they ordered, see status on what they ordered, all of that. So that's now live. Digital delivery for e-com products, that's also now live. So now if you're delivering a digital product, a download, a PDF, or whatever, you can now have that person log in and actually download their purchase inside that new buyer login that we just launched. Reviews and ratings, so we now have native reviews and ratings for e-com, so people will come in and rate products, and now, of course, just like you would expect, you now have reviews and ratings like every other e-com store. That is also live. Facebook and Instagram shop integration. So we now integrate with these two shops, and we'll be also launching TikTok here shortly, but you can actually have all of the products that you put into your e-com store automatically go live on Facebook and Instagram shop experiences, so they're now available to be shopped, and of course, I think you can promote those as well. So that integration is also live. New native payment integration. So if you didn't know this, we've added payments. I'll take a quick step here and talk about payments in general. Our attitude towards payments is to be agnostic. So a lot of other companies, they'll pick a provider of choice, and they'll try to sort of stuff everybody into that same provider. And we tried that, to be fair, but it just didn't work. Everybody's different, and we really wanted to be inclusive. So what we've done, if you don't know this, is we have an open payments API where any payments provider, so anybody who knows a payments provider, and it seems like everyone knows a payments provider, don't have them linked in with me. Don't try to have them book with me. They don't need a special deal with me to get a native integration. They can just go to the developer API and integrate their payments, and then they show up as a native integration just like this. A good example of this is RazorPay. So we actually used our own API to create the RazorPay integration to prove to ourselves that what I just said is true. So any payments provider can come and integrate, and it's a big push of ours to bring all of those folks in, because we want all of you to be able to say yes to your clients when they have an existing payments provider. They don't have to change payments providers just to work with the platform. So that is really important to us. And as you can see, we have a bunch of new ones here, Square and RazorPay being the two newest ones. Here's some marketplace integrations that have actually come up from that payments API I just talked about. So these are other folks that have already done this integration, and they're having a lot of success with it. So if you see them, a lot of them are here. Get an opportunity. If you're having any concerns with your current payment provider, these are good alternatives that you could talk to, and they're natively integrated with the system. Split columns and documents. Anybody using documents and contracts? Yeah, okay, so the head of legal is here. She has been a really good sport. I've said, listen, I do not want to sign a single contract that's not made in our own documents and contracts. And so we've been using this internally now for a while, and so I know that she'll be excited that split columns are in documents as well. We've also added checkboxes in documents. Imagine that. You might want somebody to check something in a document. So that's now live as well. I just saw that get used the other day. Payment plans and invoices. Anybody who's using invoicing, we now have payment plans for those. You can actually have people pay that invoice over time based on percentage or amount. That's also very cool. Late fees and invoices are now live as well. You can automatically tag on late fees. Actually, did you know we have automatic past due invoice reminders? If not, we do. You can now add tips to invoices. So if you want people to be able to add tips, those are available. Pause and update subscriptions, you now have that ability as well. Card on file payments in contacts, so you can actually start storing cards and then using them later on. You can sort of, let's say you're talking to somebody, you can actually docket that in the contact and then use it for a charge down the road, so you don't have to ask them for their card again. Automatic taxes for the US and automatic taxes for VAT will be coming shortly in the future, but we now have fully automated taxes for US charges, and we will have international here shortly. Free products are live, so those of you who wanted to sell free products. This also, I think, works with coupon codes, where the product, you have a coupon code that makes it free. Then they don't have to put their credit card in and all of that. That's also live, which is cool. PayPal, we also have Pay Later for PayPal that is also live, so that's cool. Mobile estimates, we have full estimating and invoicing, but we now have that also in mobile. So for anybody who's doing estimates on the go. Mobile payment options, so this is super cool. Obviously, you can take payments via mobile. We have that awesome tap to pay stuff. We have Apple Pay, Android Pay as well. Now, we also have the POS for iPad. So we're really starting to expand out here. So the number one thing, of course, you need for POS for iPad is great, the ability to sell products, but you also need the ability to take payments on iPad. So we now have hardware support for the POS system on both mobile and iPads, and external as well. So we have the ability to integrate with all of that. And apparently, wait, there's more. Oh, Varun, you're up.
A big round for Sean.
Great.
So I think one thing that Sean didn't get to mention over there is the frequent complaint we get is, hey guys, stop building new stuff. Can you go back and just improve the existing stuff that's in the app? But one thing that's important for all of you to know is the team is large. So today we have, just on the engineering product QA side, we have a team of over 400 people. And a lot of these teams continue to work and make their product area better forever. So we're not moving small teams between all of these different features. They work on it all the time. Another important thing is what you saw is not all of the features that are releasing today. There's more. I'm going to go through a few more slides, but there's even more than that. So there will be a blog link that we will share at the end of the presentation. So if you go to the blog, we will keep updating it with all of the releases that are going live. And a lot of this was on the cutting piece yesterday. We sat down and we editorialized to what we thought was relevant for most of you here. So we hid, the number of hidden slides on this deck is a lot. So definitely go take a look at the blog post. So one other area that's been a big focus for us recently is communities. Because we know that a lot of you are spending a lot of time in communities, and this is how most businesses are built today. So we've spent a lot of time on Collab, which is our version of communities. And since the launch of communities, we've had over 70,000 groups that have been created in high-level communities. We have over 1.2 million active users across all of these communities. And we have some incredible success stories. So one of these, I just ran into Lorenzo day before yesterday when we were at the VIP Plus dinner. And he was giving me an incredible story of how he's had success with communities. So we decided to highlight that story here today. So Atino's Creatives is Lorenzo's client. And they're here as well today, both Lorenzo and his client. And in 5 months, they grew Latino's Creatives from 578 members, and they generated over 700K in revenue, just on high-level communities. And in case you want to hear more about that, Lorenzo is here somewhere, right here. So definitely hit him up after. And Latino's Creatives is here as well. So if you want to hear the other side of the story, he will show you where they are. But there's a lot more features that we're releasing to make sure that all of you can continue to build, both with courses and with communities. So one thing that's live is a new classic theme UI for courses. That goes live today. We also have a new mobile UI that goes live. We have events in communities. So this has been one of the big requests for us. So the two things we keep hearing about is events, and the other thing we hear about is DMs. Both of them go live today inside communities. So events, I think the DMs will show up. We also have a new client portal that goes live today. So all of you that send out invoices to your clients, have subscriptions with your clients, you want them to be able to log in and view and manage all of this themselves, you can now do that. They can check their courses, communities, all of the invoices, subscriptions, all in one spot, and the appointments. We also have a new white label mobile app customizer for Collab, which is the new white label community app. But outside of all of this, there's something new that we're launching here today. And I mean, one problem we've always had with communities. So there's a lot of people who say, when I build a community, I don't want anyone to be distracted. Like, I pay for to acquire that person. I bring them into my community. And I do not want them looking at other people's communities or to get distracted. This was one big problem with Facebook groups. But there's other people that say, I want to be where the traffic is. I'm starting off. I don't want to spend my own money to get that. It will be cool if I have a community and other people can just discover my community without me having to put in additional effort. So today we're launching a public community. It's called GoKollab. So this is, all of your communities can now go out into the public space and can be discovered by all of the other users. But there's one big challenge with building a community and to get discovered. This is like going to a mall. Like, if a new mall starting up, they throw a theater or a grocery store or something in there, because that's what's going to drive the traffic, and everyone else that's in that mall benefits from that traffic. So when we launch GoKollab, it's great. There is something public, but who's going to drive traffic to that particular community? So today, this is another partnership that we want to talk about. We're partnering with mastermind.com, which is Dean Grazia and Tony Robbins. And this is the quote from them. So they are our launch partners for Collab, and they are going to be driving a lot of traffic to it. And I think by making all of your communities public, you should all be able to benefit from that traffic. Next up, we have more AI. We kept for the best for last. So just with all of the AI pieces that are live today, we have over 236,000 pieces of text and 114,000 images that were generated by Content AI. We have Conversation AI, where we've handled over 10 million conversations. And just on the booking piece, we're seeing over 10,000 bookings a month with Conversation AI. And we have 1.3 million reviews that we've replied to. But we're launching a few more new AI products here today. The first one is Funnel AI. So this is the ability for you to prompt to have AI create a funnel for you. So you tell the AI what business, what the name of the business is, what niche the business is in, and what type of style you want the AI to use, and it will automatically generate a funnel for you. We also have a workflow AI assistant, because one big problem people have with workflows is they go in and they don't know what triggers to use, what actions to use. And a lot of times, if you're able to conversate with the workflow and it was able to create all of those for you, it would solve a lot of challenges. So we have workflow AI. And this works really well. So I've tested this out with the team. When you describe the workflow, you can ask it very specific questions. It'll tell you, hey, it looks like it's an email sequence for an appointment reminder. And you can say, hey, what does the first email say? Is it customized? How do I make the first email more customized? And it will work with you to keep giving you more answers and tell you how you can make that workflow better. We also have Voice AI, which is going live today. So with Voice AI, we showed off our first demo of this product last year at Level Up. It has taken a year, and the reason for that is we wanted to do a really good job. We were able to get it to do a good job in controlled demos, but never consistently. But now we're at a point where it does a good job almost always, and we're going to launch it here today. So we have a demo for that, which I will show you towards the end of the presentation. We also have goal configurations, like where you can tell the Voice AI what outcome it needs to work towards, what details need to be captured. You can have a workflow be triggered at the end of the Voice AI. You can customize. Most times you shouldn't need to customize the prompt, but you can customize the prompt if you want to. You also have the automated recap emails. And our vision here was, today if you're someone who walks into a small business and sells something like missed call text back, how can we give you that full arc? You can go in and replace the answering service. So when you sell this product in, it will pick up the call when they're not available or when they don't pick up. And it will collect all of the lead information and it will send an email out to your client, letting them know that it picked up the call and these are the details that it collected. This is now available in all of your accounts. You can go in and give it a test yourself, but we'll also give you a demo of it. And all of these products put together, there's another pattern that we've noticed. Most businesses don't want content AI and voice AI and chat AI and all of these small pieces. The story that they want to hear is there's an AI employee that's going to come in and do all of the work for them. So another big thing that we're doing is we're bundling all of these different features and we're releasing the AI employee. So they don't have to pick and choose. Guess what? All of the AI is available across the account and can do all of these different tasks for you. And that will be a great way for you to position and sell it. So next up, let's give you a quick demo of the Voice AI.
Hey, you have reached ABC Plumbing. How can I help you today?
Yeah, I'm having a little bit of an emergency. My toilet is clogged and there's everywhere.
Oh no, that sounds like a real mess. Let's get this sorted out for you. Can I start by getting your name, please?
Yeah, my name is Tim.
Just to make sure I've got it right, your name is T-I-M. Is
Yeah.
that correct?
Yes.
Great, thanks, Tim. Could you please provide your address so we can send someone over to help?
Yeah, it's 123 Sesame Street, 75201.
Thanks for that. Just to confirm, your address is 123 Sesame Street, 75201.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Perfect. Is the number you're calling from a good one to reach you back on?
Yeah.
Awesome. Our team will get back to you as soon as possible to confirm their arrival time. Hang in there, Tim.
Yeah.
All right. That was a lot. We dropped 312 releases, enhancements, and updates. And we blew through it incredibly fast because we can't go through everything on stage. You guys would hate us for being up here all day. But at the end of the presentation, we'll put up a QR code so that after this session, you can go through the whole blog and post the content that you like. And now that we've even gotten more, we're actually going to release a couple more things that didn't make it for Summit, but they're going to come out in the next 2-3 weeks, so stay tuned for that. Before we leave, I do want to leave you off with our manifesto. And this is something that we make sure that all of our team understands as well. We are the best all-in-one marketing tool. No one will move faster than us. No one will move faster as a company than us. No one will out-deliver us on product, and no one will care more about their customers than us. No one will generate more money. Hold on, I think we got this title wrong, but we will generate more money into your pockets, into your customers' wallets than us, and together, we're redefining the software industry by serving every business in the world. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.